Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Richardson. I'm a Fulbright English teaching assistant currently in Kazan, Russia. I arrived in September of 2015 and I'll be leaving in the spring of 2016, so about an academic year, 2 semesters, and it's been a wonderful time. I'm from Texas, born and raised, so proud Texan obviously. And I'm currently in Russia because I studied Russian while I was an undergraduate student. So my bachelor's is in Russian and political science. And I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to begin discussing our theme.
Hello everyone, my name is Nadezhda Vanyukhina, or you can call me Nadia. I am a psychologist and a PhD in psychology and an associate professor here in Kazan Innovative University, Russia. 20 years ago, I was an exchange student in the USA. Now I'm a psychologist. So I'm still interested in psychology, education, family, relations, culture, and all the differences that exist in those spheres.
Hello everyone again. So today our theme is going to be on stereotypes between Russia and America and the psychological underpinnings and the meanings behind these stereotypes. Since Nadia and I have both been abroad, and since we have lived in our countries of origin for a very long time, we feel quite confident that we can explain these stereotypes and then also talk about the reasons why these stereotypes came about. We see this as a good opportunity to understand our cultures better, to get past just the facade.
And our second topic for today is environment. And Morgan, after watching this wonderful ad, you should easily answer my question. Here in Russia, we think that in the USA, you are very good in recycling, caring about environment, saving water, saving energy, and everything like that. Is that true?
Well, I think it's good to show that you're interested in these things. It's good to show that you recycle and care about Mother Earth, as we say. But the reality of it is different, definitely.
Well, would you be more specific? How different is it?
Sure. So actually, I think the issue with recycling in America is that we're nowhere close to the capacity of our recycling. By that I mean the United States is only at 1/3 of its ability to recycle. So paper, plastic, compost, everything like that. And this is due to just a really messy, decentralized system. So often local governments, so cities, towns, states have to make up their own laws. And some people want to recycle, some people don't care. So often it's a tragedy of the commons and people just say, well, we won't deal with that. And so recycling doesn't really happen. It happens, but it's not as good as it could be.
Well, but still, if it's not good as it could be, but probably better than here in Russia. I think that in Russia we don't have not only habit of recycling, but even need to recycle. Certainly we pay more for water if we use more water, but those are not big differences. That's why even economically we don't care so much. And you know that when people don't have motivation, when they don't have need, they wouldn't do it, never. That's why, would you say for Russia it's even worse, situation is even worse?
I don't know if I could say that, because something I've noticed that's really amazing with Russia in terms of the environment is that people reuse things here. So instead of throwing away a container or throwing away a bag, people will save it and use it again. And that is a definition of recycling, reusing something that is still perfectly good. In the United States, for example, we throw away so many things that have multiple lives still left in them. So I wouldn't say it's worse in Russia. We both have a lot to work on. Both countries do when it comes to protecting the environment.
By the way, I think I just found the psychological basis of our reusing
Okay.
things, and I think only 20 years ago, so I was a grown-up that time, we had something that we called deficiency. We had almost nothing in stores. That's why if you buy something, you had to use it as long as you could.
Oh, okay.
That's why, and I even remember times I was at school that time. The best present was, could you guess what? Plastic bags. Yeah, sometimes that plastic bag was valued even more than what was in it.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's beautiful, it could be reused, it's not everyone had it, and that's why I think that this culture is still our habit, and habits are with us for a long time.
This is true. That's an excellent observation of why people reuse things. But even though that habit comes from a deficiency of things, it's a good habit to have. It helps to prevent a lot of trash from collecting in landfills and a lot of trash from getting out into the water and things like that. So it's not always a bad thing.
Cultural differences.
Yeah.
That's it.